What's it like sleeping with a god? Pretty good, yeah?
If it eats you, you better get out.
Hi, I'm Bec Mac, and to be honest, I hadn't really thought too much about hysterectomies until a dear friend of mine was about to have one. Then we started talking about it and I started to do a bit of research and realised that over 30,000 women a year have them here in Australia. That's a lot. It's a lot of people affected in so many ways. It's a really important issue and there isn't too much information about it. So I thought this is a hot topic that needs to be discussed more. I asked my friend if she would let me interview her, and she said yes. This is my friend, the aunt. We call her the aunt because, like any good aunt, she always treats everyone with the best goodies.
It's fantastic. So many flavours. And then, of course, just to be a little bit dirty, I've gone for some salami, but then with some pistachios through it.
She's always there in a crisis.
You know what's missing?
What?
Wine.
I know.
We're not having it.
I know. Are you off the booze?
No, well...
She's one of the most generous people I know.
That's for the girls for afternoon tea.
She lives a very full and busy life.
Single bum, running a business full time, moved interstate, now I travel a lot for work.
Yeah.
But thankfully, Mick helps me a lot with Noah.
Yeah.
He lives with us 100%.
And she loves life to the fullest.
Sex, food, wine, bags, I love it all.
You love it all, yeah. I've been best friends with the aunt since high school. And we've been through a lot together. And sometimes we get a little bit wild. And have gotten quite a bit of mischief along the way. But the one thing I admire about the aunt the most is her insatiable sexual appetite.
I love my sex, I love it. I think that there's not one of my best girlfriends that wouldn't know that I love sex.
Now the aunt is about to face one of the biggest life-changing events, a hysterectomy. I'm really interested to talk to her about how she thinks this will affect her not only physically, but also her identity as a woman. In particular, her sexuality, because it's been such a big part of who she is.
I'm having a full hysterectomy, which means that they're taking out my ovaries, my uterus, everything, all my female organs gone.
So talk us through the procedure.
They do keyhole surgery, so three little incisions, and then they cut and cauterise all the organs inside. So cut it all, dislodge everything from where it's got to go to, and then vaginally remove it.
Right, just pop that out. What's the funny story about the checkup when they leading up to this with the doctor?
Gone in, and I thought I'd just have this very frank conversation with my doctor to say that I wanted to have this hysterectomy. I've been talking about it for a while. Here's my referral, book me in.
Yeah.
And then he goes, well, come on, we'll just have a quick internal. I was like, not expecting the quick internal. It's like middle of the day.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if I'm going to make a doctor's appointment, we're going to look inside my vagina, it's going to be first thing in the morning. So I go in and he leaves me in this room and he goes outside and I'm thinking, God, I need a tissue. I want to clean myself up a little. So I quickly grabbed some, what looked like wet ones out of a thing. So I've cleaned myself out. Anyhow, all of a sudden I can feel this tingling feeling and I've turned the thing around and I've used Pino Clean wipes. Disinfected it, cleaned it. He must have looked down there and gone, okay, thanks very much.
Or smelt the freshness. So what's brought you to this decision? It's such a drastic choice. What things have come into play to bring you to this moment?
Well, it's lots of reasons, but, you know, not feeling well for a long time's been.
Your mum also died of cancer.
I lost mum when she was 50 to ovarian cancer. So that's played a major thing in my mind, at the back of my mind for a long time. I've always had regular checkups. I've done all that throughout the last, 15, 20 years. But I'm terrified of getting ovarian cancer and not have done something about it.
Yeah. Because when your mum passed away, it was really quick in the end, wasn't it? It was quite... was it a surprise? Was it already in the family?
No. And she kept it quiet, I think, for a while. So it wasn't... It was sort of like... I've got ovarian cancer. And then she was gone.
But it was shocking.
Shocking. A terrible way to die. I mean, no way, you know, any cancer is a horrible way. But ovarian cancer, they say, is the silent cancer where you don't have... The symptoms of ovarian cancer is symptoms that we have every day.
Yeah.
Bloated stomach, nausea, you know, all those things that we have every month.
Yeah, just feel a bit
anyway.
off, really.
Yeah.
But
You know, I had the surgery on my parathyroid gland earlier this year.
Yep.
So that was one thing I had to do before I could have this surgery because... that was something that Mum had prior to her with her ovarian cancer. So I can see these sort of health things happening to me that happened to Mum. Mum used to keep this incredible diary. It was an amazing diary.
And you've read it?
I haven't read it all, but, you know, I've got two sisters who have read it, have got it. So when I go, oh, you know, I feel like this or I've got this, oh, shit, that's what Mum had.
Yeah, right.
You know, and then I'll go back and have a look at her diary. But she... Honestly, her diary was so detailed. I mean, I can tell you every poo she did for the last 5 years of her life.
And I guess it's interesting at this point in your life, like, well, you're a middle-aged woman, and, I mean, our identity is, in a way, challenged as we get older. Who we are as we... Well, we don't lose our looks, but they change.
Oh, God.
We don't lose our body, but it changes. And, therefore, our relationship with ourselves changes. And I guess this is fast-tracking that to a degree, that... something quite radical is happening to you as a woman, and who you are as a woman, what actually makes you a sexual woman and making babies is being removed. So it's very challenging.
I want to see who I am.
Yes.
Without my female organs. I want to know, am I a bitch? Well, am I more of a bitch than I probably already am to live with? Am I still sexual? I still... I mean, Mick, I love.
It's kind of weirdly exciting.
It is exciting. Now, what are the side effects?
What happened? Dry pussy, beard...
You know,
bad moods,
mood swings, all that sort of stuff. It sounds horrendous. But what's our alternative? We go on HRT, which then causes breast cancer or causes other cancers. And we don't want that either.
It must terrify someone like you who sex is a main priority. More than most people, I must say.
Oh, shut up. It's not that bad.
It's not that it's bad. It's good. I'm saying it's a great thing that you have a great sexual appetite. But it must be scary that... this could be impacted on by this surgery. Is that one of the worries?
Totally. I mean, what happens?
Well, what does happen?
I don't know.
Do you think it'll change your orgasm?
Do you have orgasms after hysterectomy? I googled. Yes, of course you do.
Yeah.
Some people say they're better. Some people say they're worse. When you orgasm, where the orgasm comes from, like the fluid, the moisture.
Yes.
Does that come from? I mean, everyone goes, oh, yeah, you got a clitoris. Of course you're going to have an orgasm.
Yeah, but that doesn't come out of your clitoris.
No,
it's inside.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, where does that come from? Does that produce through your...
Some kind of gland inside?
Yeah, but they're going to remove all my female glands. So that's my question.
So do you think on your recovery you'll slowly start to create your own orgasms?
Like, makes me nervous
because I wouldn't want it like... someone going in there straight away. I'd want to have a feel around myself and find out if it's all okay before I launch into a full
what I think's interesting
sexual...
Is it says on my paperwork, because the doctor is hot.
Yeah, what is... Oh.
Are you recording that?
Yes.
And it says in the paperwork that no sexual intercourse for 6 weeks. Well, no, I'm wondering how does he know that I can have sex before 6 weeks? Does he actually go and have a look and say,
you should find that out? How do you feel about having a sexy doctor?
Well, he's handsome, and my gynae, who I love, she's in love with him too. So she said, can I come and assist on your surgery?
Right, so over your vagina she's going to make eyes.
Yeah,
outrageous.
I had to pay for it. So hopefully she gets a date out of it.
Yeah. So you've met the new love of your life.
The new
unexpected.
Love of my life. Unexpected.
And he's pretty hot in the sack.
Oh, I love him. You know, when I first met Mick, he couldn't believe my appetite, sexual appetite. Now I think he's used to it.
Right.
And I think he's a little bit sad about our because we're going to have a 6-week break.
Oh, okay, right.
So no sex for 6 weeks.
So what's yeah, exactly. How's he feeling? Like, met this hot bird, 4 years of non-stop hot sex, and all of a sudden, bang.
I don't know.
Major vaginal operation, and who knows the future?
He's probably tell you he would say, oh, I'm going to miss it, but secretly probably be looking forward to having 6 weeks off. I reckon.
Put Percy to bed for a while.
Yes.
Now let's talk about your preparation. You've had a bit of a hairstyle downstairs.
Yep, gone the full Brazilian.
Full nude.
Total.
Really?
Yeah, well,
Just
I mean,
straight
that's
up.
where all the action's happening.
Yeah.
I actually thought, well, I don't know if they still do it, but
Yeah.
they might shave.
Shave, yeah.
And I thought,
It's
ooh,
bristly.
no one wants to shave Fanny. No one.
Hey,
So I thought I would...
take control, be responsible.
Well, I mean, everyone's going to be looking at it.
I know.
So
and you'll be asleep.
I know.
Oh,
So I've cleaned it all up, total
yeah.
Brazilian.
And your hair up top looks fantastic.
That today, so I want to look nice. I did an eyebrow wax and tint.
I know, you look
I wanna
beautiful.
look nice when I'm under.
Yeah,
so
exactly. So they do a really good job because you look so beautiful.
Do you reckon they'll talk about my beaver when I'm under?
Oh, they'll go, this is very neat.
Yeah, look at this. How considerate.
I know. I'm glad someone took precautions. I mean, I guess for you, then the future is on a really positive level. You get your health back and yourself back
yeah.
in that.
I know, and I need to... I don't want to die. Ultimately, I don't want to die.
Mother, you're finished. How you
Yes,
going?
all done. So much easier than I thought.
Really?
Yeah, I feel $1 million.
Wow, that's fantastic.
You know, I had this expectation that I was going to be nearly dead, you know, exhausted. I think I went in with a really happy, positive mood.
Yeah, you sounded good the other day,
Yeah, because
definitely.
my surgeon and my gynae are hilarious. They flirt with each other.
So there's a romance going on.
No, no romance. It may be in one of their heads, but not the others. And then I sort of, you know, giving them the big, I've had a beaver wax. Everyone was silent and shocked, really. Preparing myself
But
for-
appreciative.
Well, they wanted to shave me
Right.
before I went, and I said, no, that's all taken care of.
Yeah.
Spotless. When Shaz, my twin, had this, she was really sick.
Right.
Like, but I've had a needle in my throat, a needle in my arm, one in each leg,
Yeah.
and 5 incisions on my stomach. Everything looks great. A little bit of bleeding, not a lot.
Yep.
So I'm feeling quite good overall. This is the day I've seen Rebecca earlier today, and I felt great, and now I feel like shit. I feel like I'm going to be sick. I'm really nauseous, and I'm going to have a sleep, and I don't know, maybe I'll feel better after that. I just thought I'd better document this because earlier I was so happy and feeling great, and I don't want... You need to know that it's not all great.
So, Aunt, 6 weeks later, how are you feeling? What's going on?
I feel fantastic. I can't believe I waited all this time to have the operation. In my head, I built it up to be this seriously... what's the word I want to use? Put me out of action for 6 weeks, bedridden. I needed to find the time to do it. And it was great. I mean, I feel great. The surgery was great. After 4 days, I stayed in hospital for 2 nights, which was fantastic. Loved it. And then came home, and within 4 or 5 days, I was wanting to leave the house. Let's get out of here. I drove. I spent 3 weeks at home, not working, just relaxing. And then I took another 3 weeks where I didn't work, and I just sort of had the kids back at school, and I just wanted to take some me time. And I feel great. And I think it's the first time in a long time that I've let myself have that. And yeah, I wish that I'd done it years ago, because in myself I feel amazing.
That's great.
Thanks.
So, the side effects, have you got a beard?
No beard.
Have you got a dry pussy?
No dry pussy.
Are you a moody bitch?
No, none of it. None of it. It feels great. The only thing that I do have is hot flushes. Hot flushes.
Big question, have you had sex?
Yes.
Really, Aunt? You're naughty, naughty.
Yes, 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 yes.
And was it great?
Great.
Was it?
Yes, it was fine.
Was it different?
Great. No, it was different. It was
Do you still orgasm the same?
same. Still orgasm the same.
That's
It
funny.
helps when
You
you've
must
got
be
a
so...
great one.
Are you totally relieved?
I'm totally relieved. When you've got a great lover like I do, you don't want to miss out on all the fun. And Yeah, it's all good. All
Great.
works.
That's
I'm
great.
healthy. I'm happy. And I suppose the most important thing for me is that I'm not going to die of ovarian cancer. And that was the main thing and the reason I did it.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Yes.
Yes.